If you have plans to fly in or out of India this summer, you need to check your itinerary right now. Hundreds of commercial jets that should be in the air are sitting parked on the tarmac. Between June and August 2026, airlines are erasing up to 22% of their domestic flight capacity and 27% of their international flights. This contraction is being enforced by Air India and Indigo, who together control roughly 90% of the domestic market. When they ground planes, the entire system shakes. This graph shows exactly what happens to your wallet when that capacity disappears. As the flight supply trendline drops, you see an immediate inverse reaction in the average airfare, pushing prices up 15% for domestic routes and up to 40% internationally. The Indian aviation market is undergoing a structural reset that exceeds typical seasonal schedule adjustments. Travelers now face a severe trade-off between paying significant premiums or accepting much longer travel times. To understand why airlines are grounding their fleets, we have to look at their operating expenses, specifically aviation turbine fuel. Fuel makes up about 40%. Flights connecting hubs like Delhi and Mumbai to the U.S. East Coast and Europe are seeing massive reductions. This diagram illustrates the weight penalty. Because rerouted flights take longer, planes must carry extra fuel. To balance that added weight and take off safely, airlines have to remove paying passengers, cutting route frequencies entirely. For the consumer, this translates directly to a 35 to 40% spike in international fares and the mass cancellation of existing bookings. If you are flying internationally, your choices are stark. You can pay an extreme premium to keep a direct flight, or you can accept brutal, multi-stop layovers on foreign carriers. For the summer of 2026, the convenience of a direct international flight has transitioned into an elite luxury commodity. Domestically, the squeeze is tightening on heavy traffic trunk routes, like those connecting Delhi, Mumbai, and Bengaluru. The scale of these reductions is severe. The Delhi to Mumbai corridor alone is losing nearly 50 weekly flights. Removing that much capacity pushes the load factor on the surviving flights to nearly 100%. Every remaining plane is flying completely full. The days of booking today and flying tomorrow are gone. Last-minute inventory has vanished, and baseline fares are up 15% across the board. Business travelers have to trade their traditional scheduling agility for rigid, advanced planning just to secure a seat. Finally, secondary routes are facing temporary but total suspensions. If you usually fly from Mumbai to Nagpur, Varanasi, or Patna, those direct options are disappearing. These routes operate on the slimmest margins. When fuel costs rise, they are the very first services sacrificed to protect the airline's balance sheet. Leisure travelers on these paths have to accept much longer transit times, pivoting to Vande Bharat trains or complex road-to-air combinations. For those living outside major hubs, the loss of these direct flights makes travel time the most significant cost of any trip this summer. This flowchart maps your next steps based on urgency and budget. Business travelers, accept the 15% premium and pad your itinerary. NRIs, target one-stop Middle Eastern carriers. Budget travelers, pivot to the rail network, or delay until the fourth quarter. You cannot rely on standard travel habits right now. You have to align your booking behavior strictly with your constraints. If you already hold a ticket on a suspended route, like Air India flights 105 or 183, you need to proactively manage that booking right now. Do not wait for the airline to contact you. Automated rebooking systems prioritize airline logistics, not your convenience. They will slot you wherever it is easiest for them. You have specific consumer rights triggered by these cuts. Reject the auto rebooking, demand a complimentary date change, or extract a full cash refund. Summer 2026 demands a specific choice from every traveler. You will either pay more in fare, or you will pay more in travel time.